the Get Ready With Me / Storytime.
And the intro
song. Video, and I'm like, why not? Like, why not? This Storytime, okay. I'm looking hella rough right now, so if you in the comments talking about, oh, her hair looks bad or whatever, like, come over here and do it. But I'm looking rough, but you'll see the end result and it'll be fine. But this story time is, it was a weird one because it's a girl that I used to talk to a lot. Me and her used to be like best friends. And now I don't even talk to her at all. I don't even talk to anybody that really like associates with her. So it's whatever. Disclaimer, this is not a story to bash her in any way. Like, a girl's not mad. I'm just telling this for entertainment purposes. This was, ooh, yeah, you read that title, right? Yeah, she literally took a piece of my birthday cake with both her fists. Not just one, I'm talking about two. Like, she literally took my cake with both her fists, put them on my face with the icing, the frosting, everything, blew out my candles and was like, happy birthday, bitch, in front of all my family and friends. I kid you not. Brows off camera. I'll put in the description what I used. This is honestly a beauty supply eyebrow. My brows still look faded, still look good. I just filled it in at the ends. But let's get back into the story. So this was in my middle school days. And if you know me from middle school, like, you probably know who I'm talking about. But, you know, like, just don't do too much in the comments. And so, yeah. So, like, let's get this girl name. I'm going to call her Messy. So, me and Messy were, like, middle school best friends. Like, that was my bitch. Like, for real. I'm not going to even lie to you. Like, that was my girl. She always had the latest tea. She always had, like, ooh, so-and-so is dumping so-and-so, or she just knew everything that was happening. Like, she was just the girl to go to, you know? So that's kind of like how we bonded, but also she was just so bad. Like, and I mean, like, she never listened, she never did her work. Like, I don't know if that's what attracted us to each other, but I used to get in trouble all the time in school. Not for anything too bad. Like, I would always, like, either talk too much or do something, you know, I wasn't supposed to do. But we used to always bond and laugh over stuff like that. Like, that was just our friendship. Messy. So, Messy, if you want some more background on her, she was Polish. And it doesn't matter or whatever if she's Polish or not. Like, that didn't matter to me, at least, that she was Polish and I was black. But I just thought, you know, it's cool. Like, she's not really in my race. And she's cool to hang out with. So, it is what it is. I'll be using the LA Girl Prep, the primer. I don't really use primer. So my school was mostly white. And as a black girl, like, that could be a little odd sometimes because not a lot of people look like you at the school. So a lot of people I didn't really vibe with because they were either like fake or they were into guys. And at the time I wasn't really into guys. I was kind of like to myself, not really trying to find a boyfriend. I was just, you know, doing little girl stuff like you should be doing, right? So I wasn't really like all boy crazy like most of the girls in my school. They were already hoes, but that's another story for another time. But she was like the only girl that I really could see myself like vibing with because she was a little girl. Like, she didn't do anything too crazy. Fast forward to my party. It was my, I believe, 13th birthday, and I had my birthday like a jumping play, like a trampoline place. It had a dodgeball pit, foam pit. It had all that. It was honestly a 13-year-old's dream to have a party there. So my mom had my party there. I had about like, I want to say like 25, 30 people that I invited to that jumping place. It was literally lit. It was awesome. My mom actually paid for everybody's jumping pass. She paid for their food. She paid for their drinks. My mom is literally the OG. Like, she paid for everything. So at the jumping zone, Messy was just doing baby kid shit. Like, she was just like ripping shit down the walls, like throwing dodgeballs at other people really aggressively. Like, she was just acting like a baby kid. Like, she just did not have any home training, and it showed. And I'm not saying this to like bash her or nothing, but like, damn, like, you're at a party and you're just doing the most. Like, literally just doing the most. So a lot of my family was like looking at her crazy, you know, black people looking at her like she better sit her ass down. But so she's just doing the most, and we finally get to the food. My mom got a cake pre-ordered for me. She got a strawberry cream cake, all that with cream filling, fresh strawberries on top, had happy birthday AG Poo on it, because that's like my little nickname or whatever. And it was just customized. My picture was on it. Like, it was a really nice cake. And we ate our food, and when we're eating our food, even Messy was just doing the most. Like, she was taking a lot of pizza. My mom was saying, like, can you just start off with taking like 4 slices, which I think is a lot. And my mom was saying, I just want to make sure everybody gets enough to eat, and then we can start doing seconds, which I think is fair. And we finally got to the cake. My mom lit my candles and was like, okay, make a wish, you know, do whatever you want to do first, and then blow them out. So I got my eyes closed. I wish for, I don't know, a Wii or some dumb stuff, whatever was like popular then. And then I hear, with my eyes closed, I hear, what the fuck? And I just open my eyes, and I have literally 2 fists of cake in my face. My mom was the one that screamed, what the fuck? Because my mom saw her blow the candles out. And I don't know about y'all, but with black people, we think that, and I think it's true, like, I don't even know if it's other cultures, but if you blow someone's candles out for their birthday, it's bad luck. Like, so the fact that she blew out my candles, my mom just was not having it. And then when she put both her fists in my cake, it was just like game over. That was literally $50 down the drain. And nobody could even eat a piece of cake. Like, at that point, the cake was not even edible. Like, no, there couldn't even be a slice. The whole cake was just bashed in with her fist. So my mom literally went the freak off. Like, she was just like, what the fuck? Somebody get this little hoe out my daughter's party. She gonna get her ass beat. Like, at this point, my aunts are cursing at her. At this point, my mama's cursing at her. My cousins are calling her all types of... But I'm just telling you what happened, because I'm over here like, like, my mom is, like, she never acts like, my mom doesn't act like, my mom's a very chill person. She does not lose her cool over little shit. Like, she is one of the most coolest mothers. I'm telling, like, my mom is not like that at all. Like, she paid for everybody to be there. She just wanted me to have a good time. And my aunts, they're not like that either. Like, these are all women that are highly respected, you know? And for them to, like, lose their cool like that, which I understood, it's just a rare thing to see. And it was just unfortunate, because I had people at my school there, and they were listening to my family literally cuss Messy out. And at the time, I didn't know what to do. Like, my cake was ruined. My face was full of cake. You know, my mom was really upset, and I felt bad because she spent so much money on the cake and on the party, and the place was kind of like kick us out because of the way Messy was acting. Like, it was just a hot mess. And I just felt so bad at the time. Everybody got everything cleaned up. My mom was just fuming. And I told Messy, I said, hey, I think you should, you know, kind of step away. And, you know, we'll just talk out in, like, the main area, the entrance. So we go out, and she's kind of, like, in tears at this point. I just thought that she was an idiot for what she did. I'm like, girl, why would you do that? Like, yada, yada, yada. I was like, why would you? Like, we're in front of family. Like, you don't do that shit in front of my family. Like, that's my family. And she was just like, I'm going to go. And I said, I think you should go to my mom and apologize. And looking back, why should I tell her to apologize? Like, she should already know to apologize. Like, that's another red flag. She just walked off. And at this point, I'm just like, how rude are you? Like, you know, at this point, I'm just dumb for even inviting her. Because at this point, it's just like, girl, like, what are you even doing? So she just goes to the front. And this place was really far. up north. It was like in the northern suburbs, and I'm from the city, so it was probably about like a 40-minute drive to this place from the city. So I know her mom's not outside. Her mom's not outside, so her mom has to come and pick her up, and so she's gonna just be sitting outside, you know, in the front waiting for her mom. So I just told her, come back in, apologize to my mom, and we can just continue jumping and just doing what we do. She didn't want to do that, so she just sat out in front, and obviously I'm not going to sit with her. I'm going to tend to my guests. So I just tell her, you know, like, I'm not mad at you, but I think you should talk to my mom or say something to be respectful. She just was like, yeah, I'll be out there in a minute. I'm just very embarrassed, and I understood because that couldn't be me. Like, that could not be me. I'm going to be spraying the setting spray or whatever on the sponge and just going over it because I heard that that's a pretty good technique. So we're going to try it. And this is LA Girl setting spray too. All right, so she was just sitting outside. I went back to my guest, and when I came back to see if she was still here, she was gone. So I don't know if y'all know or remember, back then we had Google Buzz. It was like a way to, you know, talk to people through your email. That's probably so old. Share pictures, kind of like an Instagram, but not really. Y'all know. But our communication was through email, through Gmail. I think Instagram was like just coming out. Like, this was just coming out. Like, I didn't have Facebook either. Yeah, I didn't have Facebook or Twitter. I think I just had Google Buzz. I think the next morning I got a notification from Messi, and it was basically like, I don't respect how your mom treated the situation. Your aunt was embarrassing me in front of all of our school friends. Like, she was really saying like, oh, like the way your mom was acting was just ratchet. She called my mom a ratchet. Like, she was just saying like, oh, that was not called for. I would never, if that happened with us, my mom would never treat you like that. And to be honest, like, you're not gonna sit here and call my mom ratchet. Like, you're just not gonna do it, sweetheart. Like, you're just not gonna do it. So I was like, what's pretty ratchet is that you would literally put your two fucking fists in my cake and not even say you apologize, like you're sorry, and then you just like walked out. Like, that's what's ratchet. And I'm just sitting here like, no, this girl didn't. And she was like, I don't think I want to be your friend anymore. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, but you're not going to sit here and call my mom ratchet. And I was telling her, like, you need to get yourself checked. Like, first off, that's disrespectful. And then she starts going in about how I live on the South Side and how the South Side is so dirty and how it's all these black people over here. And I'm just like, first off, sister, first off, let me just tell you something. She has never visited my house a day in my life. We have never had a sleepover together. Like, I have only went over her house. Not because it's like that. It's because my school at the time was closest to her house. And my house is a little bit further from our school. But other than that, there's no reason why she stayed at my house. Because she's never been over there. She never slept over. She hasn't done anything over my house. So how would she know that? But just saying that I live on the South Side and that it's dirty, like, that's racist or that's a problem. Like, you're just generalizing now. And you don't even know me. Like, you don't even know me, sweetheart. Like, and then, like, looking back at that, like, that's kind of, like, fucked up. Because who says that? Like, just from that. Like, who says that? All right, this is a contour stick. I also have the Kim Kardashian Beauty one. I haven't tried this one yet. This is also really cute. I haven't tried this one yet. I usually just stick with the cheap stuff. I hate like dipping and dashing. I like to just finish one and then try another. But I'll try the Kim Kardashian Beauty one and I'll let you know. She was just saying like all this racist shit. Like, you know, the South Side's dirty and it's all these black people. And it's furthest from that. And even if it was dirty, that shouldn't matter. It just shouldn't matter. It's not. But even if it was, it shouldn't matter on where I live. We're talking about my birthday party. You're bringing up something that's not even relevant. It just isn't. So that was just another red flag. And at this point, I was like, you know what? This girl is just not, she's not it. She's just not it. And just from that conversation, I just knew where her head was at. And I was just like, fuck this bitch. She does not deserve my time or my money or my friendship. And it was just fucking rude. Like, who says that? Like, who says that? Nobody says that. So yeah. So she was saying all that shit about where I live, where I came from. And I not one time talked about where she lived. Like, the girl lived in this dirty ass apartment that was rat infested. Seriously, like near my school, it was a bunch of apartment complexes that were significantly cheaper than the houses in the area. Her apartment complex was so dirty, like for real, it was disgusting. And it was small, but I never brought that up to her. I never told her, oh, where you live is dirty, because I'm not like that. And it's not okay to be like that. Like, you know, looking back, sis had nothing to talk about because my house was a fucking palace compared to hers. But anyways, see, look at me being shady now. Like, this is why I just can't deal with it. I just can't. Like, you put me in a situation where I have to talk about your ass. Like, I'm really a good person. I really am. But it's just like, you put me in situations where I have to just go off. So yeah, like, girl was talking all that smack. And I was like, no, honey, like, this is done. So when we got back to school, she was telling people what happened and just making up lies. You know, now thinking back on it and how she talked to me, the friends that I had at that school still messed with her. They still messed with her. And I never understood that. Like, okay, and this is another side rant. You have a friend, right? And let's say you and that friend break up. And let's say that friend talks bad about you, calls you names or whatever. And you have other mutual friends that still mess with them heavy. That's a problem. Either you hate them or you don't. There is no such thing as neutral. There is no such thing as neutral. And you have friends that still mess with them heavy. They are not your friends. And that's just point blank. They're just not your friends, period. Like, they're just not. And I said what I said. I said what I said. And I said it. No, like, seriously, I said what I said. Like, you can never have neutral friends. You just can't. Like, I still have people that are messing with her heavy. And it's like, you're my friend, right? But you're still messing with somebody that doesn't like me. They would invite her to things and not invite me to things. Or invite me to things, and then when I left, would invite her. I'm going to be taking my Juvias Place powder. This stuff is literally amazing. This is Gobi, I believe. Gobi, the shade. To be honest, I think it's like a little bit light for me. They have darker powders, but I think I just screwed up with this one. I don't really have time every day for a foundation. So I just do a little concealer here and there. And I get my jaw because a bitch won't look snatched. That's weird. Just weird ass energy. And yeah. And I just, hell no. And then even after that happened, she would talk shit about me to other people. And twist the story at school and do all this dumb stuff. Now you just take this brush. So I don't like to leave it on too long because I just don't like the, you know, the dusty look. So I think a couple seconds is fine. And if you have a problem with anything that I'm showing you, this is how I do my makeup, my face. Sweetheart, this is my face. How I do things. If you do things differently, good for you. But I don't want nobody in the comments saying like, oh, it should be on longer. Like, I don't like it that way. So that's just me. Wipe this excess off. So I want y'all to like comment down below if you had any experiences like this or how you feel about how I handled that situation. Like, I could not beat her ass. Like, that's just not who I am. I don't fight. I press charges. I'm serious. I don't fight. I press charges, or I just talk shit. I don't really like doing all that because, girl, who got time for that? Love this Voluminous Paradise. You can buy this anywhere, but Target, Walmart even. This is, I think, $9, but it is so worth it. I just do a highlight. I love Juvias Place colors. I like using this on my face, the Juvias Place Afrique. Just throw it together and I'll show y'all the final look. So I will see you in a minute. And this is the look. Love the contour look and I love the lip gloss, but this is more like a natural beat setting spray from LA Girl and just put like 2 to 3 pumps. So if you enjoyed this story time, please like, subscribe, go down to my socials, add me on Instagram if you want to hear more story time. But see you next time.